If you've been playing BlackOut Revival and feel like you're just constantly losing fights, dying too quickly, or just not improving as fast as you'd want to, this video is exactly for you. BlackOut Revival isn't just about aim. A lot of players think it is, but there's actually way more going on. Movement, positioning, decision making, all of that matters just as much, if not more. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some simple but really important tips that can instantly improve your gameplay, whether you're new or you've been playing for quite some time. Let's get straight into it. Tip number 1 is going to be about movement. So this is probably the most important tip. A lot of players don't realize how important movement is in this game. If you're just standing still or even just moving in a straight line, you're making yourself an easy target. Good players are always moving in ways that make them harder to hit, changing directions, strafing, and just staying unpredictable. You don't need to be doing anything crazy. Even small things, just moving from side to side or just slightly changing your path while running can make a big difference in whether you win or lose a fight. The second tip is going to be positioning. Positioning is honestly one of the biggest factors in winning fights. You can have good aim, but if you're in a bad position, you're still probably going to lose most of the time. If you're out in the open with no cover, you're just exposing yourself to multiple angles, which makes it easier for someone to catch you off guard or even have one of their teammates come and flank you. This also actually gives you an advantage of peeking. You can control when you expose yourself instead of just being exposed the entire time during your fight. Tip number 3. This is something a lot of players actually struggle with, and it's just picking your fights. Just because you see another player doesn't mean you should immediately engage. Sometimes a smarter move is just to actually avoid that fight completely, especially if you're not in a good position or you're just low on health. Good players don't rely just on their skill, they actually rely on the smart decisions they make. Knowing when not to fight is just as important as knowing how to fight. Another really important tip is learning the map. The more familiar you are with the map, the more advantages you will actually have. You'll start to recognize common paths where players usually go, and where fights are most likely to happen. That lets you prepare ahead of time instead of just reacting too late. It also helps with escaping. If you know where you're going, you're way less likely to panic when things go wrong. For tip number 5, sound is one of the most underrated tools in BlackOut Revival. Footsteps, gunshots, and other audio cues can tell you exactly where players are, even if you can't see them. If you're paying attention to sound, you can react a lot earlier, prepare, or even just avoid that fight if you don't want to engage. Tip number 6. Another big mistake a lot of players make is rushing everything. Playing aggressively can sometimes work, but if you're constantly rushing without thinking, you're gonna lose more fights than you would win. Slowing down a little, thinking about your positioning, and being more patient can actually make a huge difference. And a little bonus tip, consistency. You're not gonna improve instantly. Getting better at BlackOut takes time, and the more you play while actually thinking about getting better at BlackOut takes time. And the more you play while actually thinking about these things, the more natural they'll become to you. Focus on improving one thing at a time, and you'll start to notice a difference, and if these tips helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, as it really helps out, especially since I'm getting back into uploading again. And if you want more guides, tips, or even like a lore video, let me know what you'd like to see next.